Hey there. During the pandemic, we've been noodling with several pedalboard configurations. Over the last several months, our video team and sound engineers have monitored and filmed the building of a Pedaltrain Metro 16 pedalboard mod. Now, this pedalboard mod was built specifically for Mr. Veg's blues guitar amp configuration.
You think you could be a little more Pacific? Maybe I mean specific?
So the following is a step-by-step, behind-the-scenes look at this process. And please feel free to leave comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mr. Veg YouTube channel.
Hey, I've been listening to this guy over here, Rick Beato on YouTube. My God, that's an ugly finger. But anyway, I've been listening to him. Don't tell Mr. Veg. Keep it a secret. And Mr. Veg will kill me if he finds out. Hey, this is just part 2. Continued where we left off last time. Yeah.
And here's a quick look-see of just a quick configuration. Still have some real estate over here left, so still a work in progress. The next thing that we're doing here is trying to figure out our where to place the power supply splits with as far as the milliamps into each effects pedal. And I've got these all marked, 40, 100, 2.2, 44, Crybaby Mini Wah, 9, 25, 100 on the shaker, 8 on the phase 95, and the reverb gets 100 milliamps. So now all we got to do is figure out how to get the DC5 cables connected up, and that'll be the current. Then we'll get the patch cables in the correct order here to make this baby work. And then I think the final little added fix, we're going to get a couple of barefoot buttons on some of our push buttons, just to raise these up a little and to make them a little wider, just to allow the shoes or flip-flops or bare toes, whatever is going to be clicking these things on and off. It's looking real nice. So the next thing that we did was add some feeder holes for the cables, the power supply cables. Normally you'd have a slat right here on this Metro that you could feed cables up through, but since we built the ledge, we don't have that, so I drilled a couple of feeder holes, and I can, take these guys, feed them through, I hope, and we'll see how that goes. And yes, was a little nervous there for a second, but this guy made it through the hole. So that's a 1/2 inch wood bit that I used there to drill those guys, and the estimate was perfect. So the next thing that we're doing, we're adding some barefoot buttons, which are large buttons that fit on top of the standard button, we call it that, clicker. And you can see the flashback has a bluey I put on, the greenie here on the Corona, and my little Timmy overdrive right, where is he? Here. And the Polytuner has a button sitting on it, and you can see that they come with three little Allen screws. You pop them in. They also give you a little Allen wrench, Comes with an Allen wrench, and the 3 screws come with each cap or button. And they pop right on there. You tighten them up, and it gives you a bigger diameter button, if you call it that. So if you do have bare toes, you can just pop a toe in and boink, boink. And this one right here will go on the Spark. Pretty cool looking. Now for the back row, I did get, they're on order, some barefoot buttons, but they do have I think it's a 1/2 inch size that raises this even higher. So, which will be cool because it's raised up already, and it'll be raised up even a little more. And it'll make clicking those buttons in the second row easier. Now you might say, well, you know, why didn't you just get the buttons and not do the little lift raise here of, what is it, 1/4 inch probably, maybe, you know, 1/2 inch max that this wood is. But still, if you look at the angle, I wanted that extra lift. So, and it's cool. It's a cool looking mod. I like it. There's the holes I drilled the other day. And once we get the buttons on here, we should be in business. And I did get a couple of these connectors. These are the, what are they, EBS, I think that's what they're called. It's hard to read through the camera. Yeah, EBS, PCF, Deluxe, flat patch cables. But these are nice flat wire, low profile, nice little patch cables. And a quick update on the Metro 16 pedalboard mod. I've got the power cable in with ties, all the power cables nicely wrapped. I used some of the lock tape in here, kind of like just using Scotch tape or tape, electrical tape, whatever, to keep everything tucked in. And on the flip side here, we wound up splitting 300 between the wah, the tuner, and the noble. We've got a 100 split for the phase and our Timmy. And we've got a 300 split as far as power goes for the chorus, the phase, wait a sec, the chorus, I'm sorry, the shaker, and the flashback. Well, I'm getting mixed up here looking through the camera. And we've got I think 100 for the HOF and 100 for the Spark, which takes up the five outlets on this sock. So that's five outs going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a sec. Let's do it again. 1, split 2, 3, a 4, and a 5. And that's all the milliamps splitting out of the cables out of the power supply and whatnot. Got things tucked away here. Again, using some lock tape. This thing, compared to Velcro, pretty darn solid. It ain't gone nowhere. And I've only got, as you can see, 2 strips. 1 strip here, 1 strip here. I don't even have the full bottom of the pedal covered with tape. It's just 2 strips on both rows, and it holds good. I did put these holes in here to run some of the connector jacks through, but I wound up not even using them because I kind of didn't run for now, I'm not running cables over this lip. If I run the power cable over here, it could get damaged, maybe. You still got enough clearance here with the little foot pegs. And again, the power strip too does, or power cable going to the wall outlet does, you know, come over here too. And that's actually pretty darn close. You know, if you look, that's pretty darn close to getting clipped there too. So that's one thing about this board I'm not real fond of, is that they didn't cut a little lip in here or something. You know, just give a notch out somewhere so you can run a cable. Again, you do have lift with the, you know, clearance with the foot pegs, but little rubber feet. And I guess you could run a cable underneath and out the top, but it's just kind of weird having this hanging here, because these things I throw stuff around when I'm loading up and could get banged up. But for now, like I said, I didn't use these. The only thing that the holes here are used for are really jamming some of the extra cables back into the holes. And we've got the barefoot caps put on these. I don't have one here yet. I think I've got one laying around I gotta find. I'll put that on the phase shifter, but everything else is looking really cool. These are the extra high buttons. They give, I think, a 1/2 inch extra. These down on the bottom are standard. Timmy's high. If you look, the Timmy pedal's high because it's just, these MXR pedals are just a little higher. Even the MXR Phase 95 up there is a little higher too. But if you were to look at this on an angle, we got the wrong angle here because we've got the wob. Let's switch it around. You can see this being the upper level with the wood lift here, our platform. You can see that our top level here, boop, boop, is much higher than our bottom level. So if we were to get a foot in here, and I can't stretch my legs that far because I got my knees right here, but we'll take a shoe off and you can see, ew, what's that on my shoe? Some kind of gooby on my shoe. Pancake mix from this morning. So we can bink, brink, brink, bink, bink, work our way around these real easy. And we've got the wah here on the end that we can wow, wow, wow. Okay, tuner. And these are all easy to get to with this big shoe. You know, and of course, easy to get to on a summer gig if you're playing at bare feet and standing in a puddle.
Now I know some of y'all have been asking about my hair, where I get it done or who does it. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I will tell you though, maybe I should make a YouTube video on my stylings. Maybe I'll do that when Mr. Vig isn't looking too.